What's ahead for the economy? Let's ask Don Straszheim. Hi, Don.
Sure.
We've had a housing meltdown and an automobile industry that has been driven into reverse, if not bankruptcy. What is your outlook? What do you think?
Well, housing actually looks pretty good to me now, from here going forward. Mortgage rates are way down. Affordability is way down because sadly the price of all of our houses is way down. And that means that there's a lot more people now who can afford houses than before. I think over the next 6 months, you'll see house prices simply not falling as rapidly as they did before. Up until now, they've been falling 20 and 30% a month on a year-over-year basis. If that data for the next year goes from minus 30% to minus 28, minus 26, minus 24, minus 22, and so forth, investors will see that as an unambiguous sign of recovery. Housing activity will pick up, and we'll have a better housing sector over the next 2 years than we have had. But it's going to be a long time before we get to those 2 million housing starts that we had 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, what about auto sales? Will we ever see 17 million units sold in a month?
Karen, it'll be a long, long time. We might, but most of those will not be American cars. The auto companies, quite frankly, I think shot themselves in the foot over it's kind of a mixed metaphor, but over a 30-year period. They really destroyed their own market. The cars are going to be coming in from abroad, and they're going to be foreign producers making cars here in the States. Washington has made, I think, a terrible mistake in trying to rescue the auto companies, bail out the auto companies. They rescued some Wall Street firms not because of any love for the firms, but because they needed to in order to eliminate the systemic financial sector-wide risk. They weren't rescuing a firm, they were rescuing the system. There is no such systemic risk associated with the auto sector. GM is a big firm, but we could do fine, quite frankly, without General Motors producing a single car. The cars would be produced by other companies in this country, some domestic, some foreign companies, but they'd still be cars produced in America to serve the American demand.
Our guest has been Don Straszheim. You're watching the MoneyShow.com video network.